Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday, it is April 12th, 2021. Consequences for your actions is the title of this video, and we're going to get into that shortly, but I kind of wanted to show you really quickly. We have this is one of the cherry trees. So the oldest cherry tree that we have planted. We planted this cherry tree our first year that we were here, and it was a little bitty stick, and now we're at this point. And these two guys over here are pear trees. So they're starting to blossom as well, which is pretty cool. I did not top these just this year. I will probably top them in the fall is what I will do. I'm going to walk you down here real quick, and I'm going to show you the other trees really quickly. Now, this is what you're going to be amazed at, okay? It's going to give you a perspective of things. So this cherry tree here was planted the same time as that cherry tree down there. But what happened is 2 years in a row, the deer ate it down to the nub, and I didn't think it was going to come back at all. I didn't think it was going to make it. If you look at that little stick part that's coming up there, that what was left after the last time that they had eaten it down. I put the fence around it and said, well, we'll see what happens, and it came back. So it's actually doing pretty good, and you can see that it's blossoming as well, which is really nice. This is a cherry tree here as well that I planted, and I don't remember what year I planted it. Maybe about 3 years ago, maybe. All right. This one here, and this one here are both plum trees. So they're blossoming. Now, these two cherry trees here, I don't know if they're going to make it or not. I'm not seeing anything happening yet on these ones from last year. So I don't know if these two are going to make it. I'm going to, obviously give it some time to see if they make it or not. But we'll see what happens. But those were two cherry trees that I planted last year. So we got the taller trees, and these two trees down here are both peach trees that I planted last year, and they're obviously starting to blossom as well. So yeah, starting to, April showers bring May flowers, right? So we're getting our April showers now, which is okay. I'm going to take you over here real quick and show you this, and then I'm going to get into this topic. I promise you, give me a moment and we will get into the topic. But I wanted to take you over, and I wanted to show you my other fruit trees that I have over here as well. And I do, like I said, I do plan on getting more fruit trees this year and planting some more fruit trees. I'm going to get the flags out again soon as well, just so you guys know. So you'll be seeing lots of flags soon. All right, over here. Now, last year was our first year. Okay, so this is a peach tree here, and this is also a peach tree. Last year, this peach tree here, I probably had maybe 6 peaches on it, I think. Something like that. So this did really well last year. And I think I ended up getting a couple of peaches off of this one. This tree here and that one there are also plum trees. So, we'll see how they do, and we'll go from there. But so yeah, we'll be getting a lot more stuff planted this year. But these are trees that I've planted since I've been here. Again, the one mistake that I absolutely made was not buying a more mature tree from the very beginning instead of buying the little spindly stick trees. Big difference. Big difference. You're going to get fruit a lot faster. Pay the extra money. Buy the more mature tree. That's my advice to anybody if you're planning on planting trees. Unless you have, 10, 15 years and you don't care about not having a whole lot of anything. Well, I shouldn't say 10 or 15. I should say if you got 5, 6 years and don't care about getting any fruit, then go ahead and buy the spindly ones. But if you want fruit sooner than that, I definitely recommend you getting the bigger trees. All right, so let's talk about this really quickly. All right, consequences for your actions. Now, we've had 2 recent incidents that have come to light, and of course it fits the narrative, so the media is all over it, all over the news media, okay? So first of all, you had a Army officer stopped at a gas station, and he was pepper sprayed by a police officer, right? And so they, that officer has since been fired. Now, again, watching the video, and I'm just going from what I saw on the video, okay? That's all I'm going with is what I saw on the video. I saw two police officers telling this gentleman to get out of the car, and he wasn't doing it. He wasn't listening to instructions, okay? I know from personal experience, especially as a young man and making a tremendous amount of mistakes. You know, when I was younger, the one thing I never did, I never screwed with cops. I did as I was told. If they said get out of the car, I got out of the car. It wasn't playing around time. It wasn't time to be stupid and being a tough guy and continue to ask questions. Well, what's going on? Why did you pull me over? No, if they say the bottom line is you comply, you do as you're told. And I know it sucks. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely know it sucks. Okay, but the whole incident would have been a completely different thing. Completely different thing. Okay. The second incident just happened in Minnesota. Young man gets pulled over because he has an air freshener dangling from his rearview mirror. Now, this is simple. This is very, very simple, okay? It is illegal in Minnesota to have anything hanging from your rearview mirror, apparently. Okay, I did not know that, but if you live in that state, you better know what the traffic laws are, okay? So they pulled him over for that reason. Find out that he has a warrant for his arrest, right? So what does he do? Does he comply? Go in handcuffs, go to jail, deal with his warrant that he has? No. He jumps back in the car and tries to take off, all right? Now, apparently the police officer thought she had said taser, but she pulled her gun instead of her taser. Panic situations, high stress situations, mistakes happen. Does it make it right? Nope, it sure don't make it right, okay? I'm not justifying the death of anyone under those circumstances. But once again, and I will say this, because of course this is not being brought up. The only thing being brought up is another young black man has been killed by the police. That's what you're hearing, right? Again, if he had complied and done as he was told, he would be alive today, okay? Now, unfortunately, she pulled her gun instead of her taser. She screwed up. She made a mistake. It does happen. They are human beings. These police officers are human beings. I'm sure, she feels awful about the situation as well. Obviously not as bad as the victim's family, but you know what? Again, if he had done as he was told, and I'm going to repeat these because this is really important, and I think a lot of people are losing sight of this. If both of these gentlemen had complied and did what they were told, the first guy, get out of the car. You get out of the car. Now, I would have said, okay, I have to reach down. I have to undo my seatbelt. Is that okay? And if they said yes, then you reach down with one hand and you take off your seatbelt and you get out of the vehicle, okay? Handle a whole lot differently. They eventually let him go, right? They had nothing on him. It was absolutely a mistake, the whole thing. But because he wasn't listening and he wasn't complying and doing as he was told, he got pepper sprayed. Now, excessive force, I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't in that situation. But again, cops are designed, and I think some people don't understand this, okay? Cops are designed, if you take it to this level, they will take it to this level, which is higher. If you decide to go to a higher level, they will take it to a higher level. They expect you to comply. If you have nothing to worry about it, this guy's an Army officer. He has nothing to worry about. You do as you're told. You get out of the car. You don't, continue to play these games. And I don't understand. Now, again, should he have been pepper sprayed? I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't there to make the call. You know what I mean, as far as that goes. And neither was anybody else. But when we have people, now again, flipping out oh my God, another young black man is dead. But again, with the mitigating factor, okay, in a lot of these cases, Floyd would be one of them. We're talking about career criminals. All right, now I don't know what the arrest record or history of the 20-year-old was, but obviously he had a warrant out for his arrest. Again, I don't know what that warrant was for, but you take care of your business. You know what? You know you got a warrant out there. And then you're going to try to run, you're going to try to jump back in the car and take off. You know. But of course, you know, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. No, never his fault. It's ridiculous. All of us need to follow the laws, obey the traffic laws. If you have a warrant out for your arrest, deal with it. You got caught. They caught you, okay? Deal with it. You know? I just get so tired of everything always being, oh, it's because he was black. No. The reason he got shot, which he should have been tased, obviously, it was a mistake on her part, but the reason he was going to get tased, it should have been tased, was the fact that he was trying to run, that he was trying to get back in the car and run away. Comply. Do as you're told. Be an adult. Deal with your business. Okay? You know you got that warrant out there. Do what you got to do. So there's always consequences for your actions. Always consequences for your actions. And so you need to remember that. I'm going to tell you what, like I said, guys, you know, I've been on the wrong side of the law a few times. And, you know, I didn't act like an idiot. Because you know why I didn't act like an idiot? Because I didn't want to get my butt beat. Because I didn't want to get pepper sprayed. I didn't want to have the handcuffs on so tight that I couldn't feel my hands. Okay? You know? Smart enough for that, okay? Not smart enough to do some of the stupid stuff that I did, but you know what? You act in a certain manner, you get treated in a certain way. When you continue to feel like you're entitled and you can smart mouth and you can talk back and all that type of crap constantly, if you deal with the situation, you have, and here's the best part, if you have nothing to hide, what are you worried about? You know? Now, are there bad cops out there that do bad things? Of course there are. Of course there are. Okay? But all these cops now, a lot of cops, have body cams on. They have to. Okay? You know, and now you have Maryland became the first state, basically doesn't have the cops back. You're having police officers leaving the police force in droves. They're getting out. They're leaving. Because why? Because the cities and the towns that they're working for don't have their back. They're not able to do their jobs in a way that where they're keeping each other safe as well as the public. You know, keep defunding the police. Keep doing all those type of things and see what happens this summer. It's going to be a very interesting year. The spring and summer is going to be very, very interesting if they keep this stuff up. And I can't wait to see what happens with this verdict on the other thing too, because that could set off a powder keg as well. Because again, if they don't get their way, they're going to flip out, right? That's basically, there was one of the representatives, I think it was from BLM, basically said that. They said, if we don't get a conviction, cities are going to burn. So think about that. I got my hood up and stuff because it's raining. Not because I'm all gangsta. I'm a gangsta in the country. But anyway, yeah, so I want to hear your guys' feedback. I really do. I'd like to hear positive or negative, doesn't matter. What do you think of this situation? Again, the one mitigating factor to me, looking at it, watching the films, if you comply and do as you're told, you get to go home at the end of the day. You don't have to have yourself be pepper sprayed in the face and do all that type of stuff. Do what they say. Now, you might not like it. Granted, I get it. I understand that. Okay? I don't always like to have to do the different things I've had to do in the past. But I did it, and guess what? I didn't get beat up. I didn't get, pepper sprayed or anything like that. So, anyway, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback. I want to hear what you have to say. But spring is here. The trees are starting to blossom, which is awesome, which is going to be great. Actually, I can take you over here real quick. I wanted to show you this real quick, too. So some of these apple trees, we have left some of the branches, obviously, on. and you can see that they're blossoming. So we should get some good apples off of that this year is my guess. The same with this tree over here. Obviously this one we butchered pretty good. So, but this one I did leave some of the branches because they're actually the way we want them. They're coming down. So we should get some good apples off of this one as well. I still have to get over here and finish these trees up over here on this side, and I will do that this week as soon as we have a day where it's not raining all day. So anyway guys, I am going to jump off of here. Probably just going to do this one video today, so don't look for a second one. Just some other stuff that I have to take care of. I was taking care of some other things this morning, doing paperwork and all that good stuff, which is always fun and exciting. Love that. So anyway, remember guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope you have a great day. I will see you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.